Everybody wave to the camera. Say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Make sure it's recording. FID. No card.
As people grow older, their generation will oftentimes adopt things that separate them from their parents, be it general pastimes or different ways of speaking. However, something that people of nearly all ages can relate to is a love of music. There may be different kinds of music, but music is generally something that's enjoyed by everyone. It is this enjoyment of music that has allowed us to advance the ways in which we can listen to and appreciate it. We've come a long way from the days of the 1979 Sony Walkman. And chances most likely are that if you or someone you know likes to listen to music often today, they own a pair of headphones such as this that can easily fit into their pocket. However, with the arrival of these new headphones and earbuds come a danger that many people are not willing to think about or oftentimes realize. And that's the danger that these headphones can have on our ears. I know it can be tempting to blast your music at nearly max volume when you're walking down the street, or to have your earbuds plugged in for 3 hours when you're cramming for a test. I've been guilty of doing both. However, today I want to express to you all just how many people actually suffer from hearing loss in America and how these new headphones and earbuds may be playing into that. But before we look at the specific risks that are involved with these headphones, let's first discuss just how prevalent hearing loss actually is in America. Oftentimes I find that the first thought somebody has when they turn their music up is not the lasting damage they can have on their ears. We hear the words of precaution oftentimes from our parents and professionals alike. If you listen to your music too loud, it will ruin your hearing. Many of us oftentimes ignore it though, or brush it off as something that either won't affect us personally, or something our parents are just telling us because they're annoyed with how loud our music is. However, you may be surprised to find out just how many people actually suffer from hearing loss in America. The Hearing Loss Association of America reports that nearly 48 million adults have discovered symptoms or degrees of hearing loss, which translates to roughly 15% of the current U.S. population. And that's only from the people who have actually reported it, as oftentimes people are not aware of the symptoms they may have of hearing loss. Furthermore, hearing loss is becoming more and more prevalent in teenagers and young adults as well. A 2015 World Health Organization report found that 50% of teenagers and young adults were exposed to unsafe levels of sound, oftentimes either through their earbuds or their personal music device. This is something that I know we all have been exposed to as well. I've often been exposed to it when I'm trying to study, or I'm trying to exercise, or even walking to work, as I always use my headphones during that time. And I know you may be wondering, headphones aren't the only way in which we're exposed to loud sounds or prolonged periods of sounds. So why are they so particularly damaging to our ears? And let's discuss the factors that specifically go into why headphones in particular have more of a damage in our ears than other contemporaries. First, it's important to understand how the newer headphones we have today differ from the older headphones we used to have. Whereas older headphones may have been bulkier and provided more of a buffer between your ear and the sound, newer headphones such as these now go directly into your ear canal. Because of this, they amplify the decibels or the intensity of the sound you hear by so much that it makes it much more dangerous than it would have been previously. And it's because of this fact that we can oftentimes raise the volume of our music to an unsafe level without even realizing it. For example, let's say you're walking down the street listening to music and you're annoyed because you can still hear the traffic around you and it's interrupting your favorite song. So you put the music in your earbuds up and drown out the traffic. No big deal, right? We've all done it once or another. I've done it all the time. Except what many people fail to realize is that when we're doing this, we are putting the music at a volume louder than that traffic we were hearing from far before, only now we're playing it directly into our ear, which needless to say, makes it much more dangerous than would have been otherwise. And as headphones such as these become more optimized and more rooted into our ear, this danger will only increase with time. Along with this factor also comes the factor of convenience. Because of how convenient these headphones are to store and to slip into our ears when we want to, we're oftentimes more prone to using them for a prolonged period of time, for 2, 3, 4 hours at a time without any breaks whatsoever. When combining this prolonged period of time with the previously mentioned ability of playing them much too loudly, it's no wonder why headphones such as these can cause such a damage to our ears without us even realizing it. Because these are by and large the two most important factors that make these headphones more dangerous than older headphones, the precautions involved with it usually address both of these aspects, or one or the other. First, Tricia Ashby, Director of Audiology of the American Speech Language Hearing Association, says that an important way to tell if your music is too loud is if you can't hear someone around 3 feet from you and you can't carry out a conversation with them. Along with monitoring your volume of your music as well, you also want to make sure that you take frequent breaks in between longer periods of listening to music so that you're not exposing yourself, even if the level is safe, to music for too long. A general rule of thumb to follow is to take a break every hour for longer listening sessions. By putting both these precautions into place, you can mitigate the risk of damaging your ears long term, and you can ensure that you can use these headphones to listen to music without having to worry about permanently damaging your hearing. In conclusion, I hope that I was able to express to you all just how prevalent hearing loss really is among Americans, and how using headphones such as these irresponsibly can add to that prevalence. So the next time you're going to cram for a test or exercise and you think, I'm going to slip my earbuds in, play my music loud, and power through this, just think, is listening to your music now really more important than your hearing in the future? Thank you. Any questions?